Yeah, if I'd lost my knob, I'd go, oh, I'm not gonna have all that stuff, just whack a pair of tits on me. Do you know what I mean? I think, oh, I'll have just forget it.
But why not just put it where it should be straight away instead of messing about?
Where should it be straight away?
You know.
On the forehead.
Listen, are we doing a competition?
Let's play a tune.
Come on, Carl, you can't be bothered. Right, okay, we're gonna scrap this and you're gonna work Mondays again. Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow on XFM 104.9. Well, it's what the Londoners have been waiting for. It's Rockbusters, isn't it, Carl?
Well, it's not Rockbusters. It's something we've done. It's a bit like Rockbusters, but it's been tweaked.
Brilliant.
Right? So remember that it's done with sound effects and that.
Oh God! Really?
What do you mean?
All right, come on.
Right, remember this one? We tried it before.
Hold on, wait a minute. There'll be headphones on, right? Hold on, wait a minute.
And this is one you've done in the past. This is not the competition.
This is not the competition, but I said like, what song is this?
Right.
Smack My Bitch Up, yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Smack My Bitch Up.
Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of that, but rather than just doing songs, it's that film or song sounds good.
You know, when you do these things, you can't do them in the week. You've got to do them either Saturdays or Mondays.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Well, I'm going to check on that, because that really annoys me.
Because it's been done, so it doesn't really, you don't have to worry about it when it gets done, that, do you? Because it's done, so.
Well, yeah, but I don't want you taking time out of things you should be doing at work. You're already weaseling way out. XFM's going down the tube, and you're taking the piss left, right and centre.
Right, so here's this week's little grab. That film or song sounds good, so what is it? Come here. I'm well happy now I've had that.
What?
Right?
It's a film or a song title, is it?
No, it's a film or a song.
What do you mean?
Forget that. It's a film.
What are you talking about? That must have taken you 3 minutes. I didn't do it on a Tuesday, though, because that's cut into precious time. Have you seen how long a trial takes him? About 30 minutes. And
Sorry,
do one a week.
let's just concentrate for a second.
Okay, right. This is a film,
This is a film title. The title of a film.
Yeah.
Play it again.
Come here. I'm well happy now I've had that. Right?
Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. 3 months they've waited for that.
3 months for that. Shite.
Do you want to say what the prices are?
Oh, I can do. I'll tell you, there's good news and there's bad. I don't know, I think maybe this is what people think of Carl's quizzes. This is the respect they show us. Because you know that the various companies, they'll send you product which you can include in competitions. It's a promotional tool.
Yeah.
They've sent us I'm Alan Partridge, Series 2, and Fawlty Towers, the complete series. Brilliant. On VHS. I mean, who's got a video player anymore, Carl? It's for losers and the working classes.
Yeah, for up north. They still sell them up north, I think.
Thankfully.
In market stalls.
It's been redeemed. I mean, I wonder how we got hold of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Office Series 2 on DVD, that was a nightmare, getting hold of that one. The best, album in the world ever, it's got stuff on there. Super Furry Animals is on there, Supergrass, Gold Frap. And, also the best of the Boomtown Rats, which is not bad, and, a couple of Teachers DVDs. So some good stuff there amongst the VHSs. And you can win all of those treats by identifying this film.
Oh, God.
Come here. I'm well happy now I've had that.
Email only, we don't want to actually speak to you. ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. I'm sorry if that's brought you down, it's made us feel
Can
bad.
I just say something? What's the phone number, Carl?
08700 800 1234.
08700 800 1234. Call up for no reason, because I want Carl to answer the phone. He hates doing it. So call up and talk to Carl. Ask him anything you want, just talk to him. Okay? Right, answer the phone, they're going mad. Drills. Big Sir on XFM 104.9. He's so annoyed that he had to answer all those calls. Why did you like it?
We're wasting time, aren't we?
That's your listenership.
No,
They want to speak to you.
No, that's nice and everything that people call up.
Yeah.
But we should be concentrating on what we're doing.
Yeah, well, but I do this show to annoy you. I don't do it for the money, or the kudos, or the awards. Do you know what I mean? I do it so you have to be here and do what I say for 2 hours, because you're getting away with murder here in the week. I don't like seeing that. I don't like injustice in the world. I try and fight it wherever I can. So I do it to annoy.
It's good of you, Rick. Thanks for doing that, mate.
Yeah.
It's interesting though that you're passionate about fighting injustice, but you focus specifically on Carl at XFM. One of the world's lesser crimes.
Being a little bald mank twat.
Exactly.
I know, yeah, but nonetheless, it is a crime. Look at him, look, he's got his head down like one of those, you know, one of those chimps that have, like, lost their mate in London Zoo? He just sits there like, you know, a broken animal. Carl, what are you thinking? Where are you on the happiness scale now, of 1 to 10? Carl?
On about a 3. Go on, Steve, what are you gonna do?
Well, we were talking earlier about stuff that happened while we've been away.
we don't talk
I haven't been this upset since, Skunk and Nancy broke up.
Yeah, I know. Cheryl Tweedy.
Tweedster.
We've done that. We've done the
Old,
Tweedster.
well, of course, the war.
Is that all done and dusted now?
I think it's pretty much over. I think we've sorted that out.
Okay, good. What annoys me is people going at Tony Blair and Bush, right, for like bombing stuff and all that. But my point is this, right? Those bombs have all been bought and paid for.
Yeah, you, the taxpayer, they're yours. They're
and I'm not a scientist, but I think bombs go off.
I think so.
And if you don't use them, you lose them. So let's use them.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like tinned food. It lasts for a while, but eventually it's going to go off.
It's like anything. Oh, we better eat that. No, don't open the fresh stuff. Don't build the fresh ones. Let's use the old ones.
Exactly.
So
because they're just stockpiling there, and they cost us millions.
I know. We want to see if they work as well. What? We've never tried that one. Use them. Use them on just, you know. Oh,
exactly.
Carl, who would you bomb if you could?
I wouldn't.
No?
What do you mean?
Well, imagine you could bomb a country. You're not actually going to bomb them, but you're just going to frighten them. Just going to put the frighteners on them.
Frighten them, yeah.
You're just going to go, I'm going to bomb you, and then obviously
they'll go running, behind and under tin shelters and that.
Yeah.
Ricky's house?
No, come on. What country?
No,
what country?
I wouldn't. Honestly, no one sort of makes me fed up or anything.
No one makes you fed up?
Not enough that I want to bomb a place.
You're not actually going to bomb them.
I
You're
wouldn't
just
get
putting
involved. I just say, let someone else do it.
Sure.
Typical, isn't it?
What about you, Rick?
I got a list here.
Do you know who I'd threaten?
Go on.
The Swiss.
Oh, they've had it easy.
They've always had it easy. They've always chickened out.
It's that equivalent of having Mondays off.
Exactly.
Like, oh, we don't want to fight.
Exactly.
You can both walk through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're a carpet.
Exactly. While we're busy sorting out fascism.
Yeah.
You know, or Osama bin Laden. They're just chilling out.
They're holding ours and Hitler's coat.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Little weed. We should have both turned on them.
Yeah. And I'll tell you who else. This will just frighten them up. Just shake up a bit. Iceland.
They've had it easy.
Because they have stayed out of everything. They have not been involved in anything, as far as I can tell.
But you don't have to bomb them, do you?
Eskimos, they've never been involved in anything.
I know, but don't bomb them, just pour hot water on their igloos.
Exactly.
Just send a plane over with warm water.
Yeah, with a big flask. Yeah. No, just to shake things up a bit, just to keep them on their toes, that's all it is.
Why would you live there?
If you could choose, I have no idea.
If you're an Eskimo and you're born, little baby, you grow up and you go, what? I'm sorry, I'm eating ice and fish for the rest of my life.
Well, fair
you're
enough.
having a laugh.
Fair enough, like years and years ago, but now, presumably, they're aware of the proper house and the fact you can live in, say, Somerset or the south of France.
I know, but it's like, haven't they learned? It's sort of like, they haven't even got, they're not even on as good as thing as the North American Indians. Now they're sort of pissed up.
They got
smoking
gambling.
fags, they live in lovely little cages.
Drugged up.
They're all brought to their little village. They're having a whale of a time. They don't have to go hunting anymore and like killing buffalo. And the same with the Eskimos. Let's get them some beer and fags down there, knock the igloos down, build them some lovely little semis or like...
Or just a little kind of trailer or a caravanette or something like that. It's gotta be better. It's gotta be preferable.
I know.
Some of them now have got TVs built in, Rick.
I know.
And showers.
Yeah, they've got cable and stuff, have they?
Yeah.
Or was there one sort of Icelandic channel?
Get satellite or whatever, wouldn't you?
Magnus Magnusson.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably doing... There's loads of Mastermind reruns.
Yeah. And Pingu. Just on a loop.
That's porn over there, though.
Exactly.
Oh, brilliant.
No, well, that's like a hardcore documentary.
That's it, yeah. This is Racist FM 104.9.
Yeah. So, who would you like to see bombed, or not bombed, not bombed, but just put the frighteners on them?
Yeah, it would
Email
like
ricky.gervais@xfm.
Anyone, any nation or anything. Carl, thoughts?
Play a song?
You're not working for your money. You're not having Monday off. We got to do something Monday. Let's plan something Monday, just to get him in here. You've got 2 hours for 8 hours off. You don't do an 8-hour day anyway.
Rick, how much is he getting paid?
He's getting money for this. I think his wage went up last time, so he's getting paid to be here, extracurricular, extra work, right? So it's moonlighting, and they're giving him a day off.
Yeah.
And he's contributing nothing.
Nothing.
Huh? What, Carl? Did you say something, mate? Huh?
What's going on?
What?
Going on with yourself?
Well, say something back and earn your money.
Well, let's just play a song. We've done a bit of stuff there.
You idiot.
Don't say we, mate. I've not heard anything from you. We've heard your contribution.
Tell you another problem that I've worked out. It might make a slight difference on fat people. Don't put a light in a fridge. Because that's just at night when they get peckish. They can see everything that's in there. Don't put the light there. You don't need a light in a fridge. There's no lights in other cupboards. Yet where there's food, it's like fatties getting up at 4 in the morning. What can it have? What's that at the back? Get rid of the light, they'd eat less.
There might be some logic in that.
That's interesting.
Well, what's it there for? Tell me what that light is there for. They say turn off your standby light, yet you've got a light in your fridge.
Well, no, it is
showing you
off.
where tomatoes is.
But it's turned off when you shut the light's not on when the door's not open.
Yes, but a fat person has always got the fridge door open.
So what are you saying, in a way, is that the free market, capitalism being what it is, which has allowed companies, food manufacturers to make them full of more salt, more fat in order to attract you, in order to make more profits, is actually resulting in obesity?
I was in a cafe, right? I normally like to go in there, and I might have beans on toast,
cheese on
cup
top.
of tea. I might have a bit of cheese.
Yeah, cheddar on top.
Only if they offer. I sometimes sort of think I shouldn't have it, so I'll only have it if they say, "Do you want cheese?"
Oh, okay.
And then it's down to their problem. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like they made me have that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sat in there. This little fella, I'd say he was from like Africa or something. Came in, he had a little top hat on, suitcase, and red jeans. Dead happy he was. I think he just turned up to London. It's his first day out, and he's probably thinking, "I can't believe me. Look at the choice here." Anyway, the difference was.
All conjecture.
Yeah.
The difference was he went in, and he said, "Have you got any porridge?" He asked for 2 bowls for the price of 1. It was a little bit of a
kerfuffle.
Yeah, a little bit, because he couldn't understand why. You've got loads of porridge, give me 2 portions. But what I found interesting is he didn't want to go for the donut or the pastry, because in his country they don't have it. So food where he's from is for what food is for, isn't it? Giving you energy.
Yeah.
Here it's not about that, is it?
No.
You go, "Oh, I'd love a little muffin." So I just found it interesting. That's all my point is, that he could have anything. He's come over here. He's in London. He's got loads of stuff on offer. He still wanted his porridge.
Do you think that... Well, firstly, do you think perhaps he had travelled from the past in some kind of time machine? But secondly, do you think that now that he'll have his first taste of a donut, won't he, or a pain au chocolat, do you think he'll get the taste of it next time you see him?
Well, maybe that's how it works, isn't it? I mean, why do I like...
Next time when they go, "Hello, usual."
No, shove the porridge. I want a donut.
That's what happens, isn't it? It's all about a mixture. You need a mixture in your body. You need to have... Like I've said to you before, I get an urge for things that I don't even know about. Do you know what I mean?
What, like what?
Anything. The one that always surprises me are plums. Because I shouldn't get an urge for plums. I don't like them enough, but if I pass them in the supermarket, I go, "I want them for a bit." Yeah, I think you need that. And I go mad. I'll eat a full packet in a day. I'll eat like 6 and get bellyache and that. And I know I shouldn't overdo it with them. But it's just like, my body...
He's like a creature, isn't he?
My body just calls out for stuff.
It doesn't, Carl.
No, he feels that way because I wouldn't normally buy them. My favourite fruit, I like an apple, love a banana. I've got into blackberries.
Yeah.
Quite expensive, but a bit of a treat. I think there's plenty of fruit out there. Bananas, apples, oranges. We've got plenty of fruit. They can't get rid of fruit quick enough. There's loads of stuff with fruit in now. Shower gel with kiwi in it. I'm telling you, they can't get rid of it because it's too much. So they just go, "What can we do with all this stuff? Let's stick it in there." Orange juice. I had orange juice sort of cordial.
Yeah.
Tastes a bit weird, isn't it? Orange. Sneaked a bit of pineapple in. Orange and pineapple. They can't get rid of the stuff.
I'm a big fan of the Satsuma. Easy to peel. What I don't like is the big oranges. You have to peel them. You get it on your.
They're the ones I eat when I'm in the bath. it's just easy,
So you just dunk under the water afterwards,
it's
and you're clean again.
If I'm going to have a bath,
Yeah.
then that's what you do.
So it's 2 treats. It's an orange and a bath. I mean, that's amazing. That's an amazing thing to look forward to. Don't you think you've blown that for when you're old, when you're 74, and I go, "I tell you what, Carl, lovely treat. It's a bath and an orange. Done it. I did it when I was 36. So, have you had Desert Island Discs?
Yeah.
Good, let's do that. Right, forget the 8 records, we can't play them anyway. We can't play them anyway.
I know, but for people in other countries, they may not be familiar with those island discs.
Oh, it's a programme, it's a real national institution here. They get, you know, prime ministers and leaders of men and really eminent people to go on, and you talk about your life, and you choose your 8 favourite tunes. You take a luxury item, and you're allowed to take any book. I did it. And I took a book, I think a tabletop book of art.
Why would you take that?
You can't take anything that's useful. It's just, you know, it's and your luxury item, you can't. I took a vat of Novocaine. I thought if I get toothache, I'm sipping on that till I die. If I'm stuck here with nothing to do, I've got 8 records, I'm gonna be sick of them.
That's the thing.
I'm looking at art, at least I'm looking at something, you know.
What book would you take, Carl?
Well, I wouldn't take an art book anyway, I know that.
Right, okay,
Because
so come on
you're
in,
gonna
one
get sick
book.
of it. You're going to get sick of...
Right, one book. You can't get sick of art, either.
You can.
Okay.
You can. You can have a brilliant picture on your wall, but eventually, remember what I've said to you, your eyes get bored of anything.
I don't remember him saying that. I think I blanked out. I think he came in one ear, straight out the other.
Well, that's why relationships break up, isn't it? Because the eyes get sick of looking at that other person, and you go, my eyes want to change. That's what it's all about.
Me eyes want to change. Okay, come
Sorry,
on,
love.
Fucking hell, choose a book to
I'd
take.
probably take a dictionary or something like
Oh,
that.
that's ridiculous.
Why?
Why would you take a dictionary?
Just because I'm not that good with words.
But why do you want words for? You're not talking to anyone anymore. You don't have to worry about the vocabulary. You have to worry about... Oh,
But there'll be a lot
Beatles
of talking to yourself, probably. It'd be nice to sort of
Oh, so
interest
you're
me.
going to bring yourself up on your grammar, are they? You're talking to yourself and you go, oh, Carl, you're an idiot. You don't say it like that. Let's
Well, if
look
you've
up.
got to talk to yourself, it'd be nice to have
Why are you
someone...
talking to yourself, you maniac?
Because there's no one else about.
Yeah, but you don't open your mouth and actually verbally talk in order to talk.
But also, what does it matter if you've got a dictionary or not? Who's arguing with who?
Because sometimes I feel frustrated when I can't get my point across.
But it's just you!
Exactly,
already
that's
know
even
your
more
point.
annoying.
So-
Look how
so-
you're getting annoyed now. You're annoyed with me because I can't explain what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't want to be annoying myself.
Why would you be annoying yourself?
But you'll already understand your point. You don't need to vocalise
No,
it.
sometimes I think through what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
I think, does that make sense? And sometimes I'll go, no, it doesn't. And I'll go, why is that? And then you're working it out in your head. Now, if I've got a better vocab, I'll have a good little chat.
What? With yourself?
If you're not keeping yourself interested in anything, your brain's going to turn to mush. Now,
I know how you feel.
I'm teaching my brain stuff, keeping it active. The only thing you've got on that island is your imagination and your thoughts. Now, if you can make those imaginations and thoughts better, which you do with language, you're going to have a better time, aren't you?
No,
Well, no,
because
if
you
you've
don't-
had the thought, you've had the thought. You don't go, hold on, I'd have a thought here, but I can't think of the word.
You don't think in language in that same way, do you really? You think more conceptually.
When someone came up, guess what? I've just found the cure for... Oh, I can't think of the word. What?
it, I won't
I've
waste
just
your
worked
time.
out the cure for... I can't think of the word. Let's look it up. What is it? Cancer.
No, but just to think, language is a powerful thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, he's run out of words.
You see, this is what I'm saying. It's sometimes difficult for me to get my point across with what I mean.
Yeah, but that's fair enough if you're communicating, say, in this environment, and it's, dare I say it, perhaps a shame that you didn't read a dictionary before we started doing the broadcasting. But anyway, you've waited till you're on a desert island with no motherfucker around.
Well, no. Well, I think by then, by the time you get shipwrecked, there would probably be a few more entries to the dictionary. Grippage, foodage, rummaging, replenishing.
So what? All words are made up. Orange. One day someone went, what?
He's got a
That's-
head. That's got a head like
It's
something.
got a
I
head
don't
of
even think
what?
it
It's
is.
got a head like a fucking what?
I don't even know what.
It's got a head like a fucking what?
And the other thing is, say if I am captured.
By who?
What?
By who?
By a boat, that's passive.
Well, you
Captured?
captured. You mean saved?
All right, saved then, yeah.
Okay.
If I'm there you go again, you see. I went for captured instead of saved.
You're captured
But you're
by some
not
pirates.
talking to anyone, Carl, in your head. It didn't matter. You knew what you meant. When you sat there on that desert island, you thought, oh, if I'm captured by a boat. They didn't come over and go, hi, Carl, we've come to save you. You wouldn't go, well, no, I don't want saving, I want capturing. I go, right, sorry, wait for the next boat. It didn't matter. You knew what you meant. You'd go, help, and you'd get on the boat.
Do you think in words that you don't use? You've only got yourself for company.
Yes, but you
if you
don't-
bore yourself, what's the point? What is the point? Seriously.
But how are you gonna... What, so you think you're gonna read that dictionary and you're gonna be better company? Because you're gonna be impressing yourself with longer words. You're gonna go...
If a boat passes and they go, there's a fella over there on that island, let's go and get him. Now, the way I am at the moment, they'd go, you alright? And I'd go, you what? And they'd go, oh, don't stop. Where...
Imagine that!
Whereas if I sort of say something with a big word that I can't think of right now, they'll go, oh, who's that? He sounds like he knows his stuff.
Yoo-hoo! Anti-disestablishmentarianism!
Get him on this boat now!
We must have that wit!
Alright, you get...
Come through.
But then I'm on the news and they go, oh, Carl, what was it like on the island? And I can start saying stuff. I can't...
It was scramfarious.
No, but then I think it makes it more interesting, whereas at this moment in time, I'd struggle telling them what it's like.
I like the idea of you trying to educate and better yourself.
I love the idea.
But do it now!
But there's so many other books. If I'm stuck with one...
Okay, the dictionary. You've got a dictionary. What's your luxury item? What's your luxury item? Quick. Let's get off this island. Come on.
What did you take for your luxury?
A vat of Novocaine.
Oh, yeah. Some Revels, a big sort of bag.
Big bag of Revels.
A big bag of Revels.
Just for variety.
But there's no variety particularly in Revels. They're all chocolate, aren't they?
No, all different. You've got orange ones, you've got coffee, caramel, Malteser. I mean, taking Novocaine isn't great, is it? If you don't get toothache, you'll be going, why don't they bring Revels?
Times like these, Foo Fighters, Next FM, 104.9. Carl, let's build up to Monkey News. Do you want to give the competition answer and winner?
Yeah, we did the bit on The Shining, me acting out in that.
Yeah.
And the question was, the kid in the film The Shining, he, after, like, the devil had got in him and that...
this isn't written out, is it? You're just winging this, aren't you?
No, but I remember it.
But you haven't seen the film, though, have you?
No, but when I was whizzing through to get the clips to make that thing,
right.
I saw it and I thought, hang on a minute, I'll watch this bit. And that's why I want to take it home tonight and watch it.
Excited,
I meant more how you're presenting the competition. It's just like Jonathan Ross on Film 2003.
Well, I'm just saying, right, so the kid's there in the bedroom, and he's got his mum's lipstick.
Yeah.
And he's saying...
It doesn't run a mobile DJ.
No. And he said, he wrote down red rum on the back of the door, and his mum wakes up and thinks, what's he doing? Yeah. She looks at him and she goes, oh. And then she looks in the mirror and sees red rum in the mirror.
Right.
Which
he
is
thinks
sort of...
he's offering racing tips.
Yeah. It says murder in the mirror.
Oh, clever.
So, Kelly in Hounslow got that right, so...
Excellent.
After I've watched the film, I'll be whizzing that over to Hounslow.
Brilliant. I mean, the one thing I do like about, this show, for all its faults, is the...
Honesty?
Yeah. I mean, that can be good and bad. I mean, it's... I mean, some people think it's sloppy, arrogance, laziness, you know,
they'd be
thoughtlessness.
right.
Yeah. But, I like to think it's honesty. It's like a peek into the mind and workings of Karl Pilkington. He just said to me, because he was shaking, because he said to me, and I quote, he said, he's just whittering to himself, I must remember to eat next time Suzanne's away.
I know.
I must remember to eat next time Suzanne's away.
No, but you did. I mean, I wonder if I lived on my own if I'd still be about. Because I just neglect myself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for all I've eaten...
A lot of self-abuse. Is that what you're saying?
I had lasagna last night that I messed up, right?
Why did you mess it up?
Cooked it for too long. It was like a brick. Right? And she called up and said, have you eaten? I went, yeah. She went, was it nice what you have? I said, lasagna. Was it nice? I thought, I don't want her to worry, because she's probably been out and had a good meal with all the work people.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say, well, you know...
And she went, okay, bye. And I go, that car, yeah, I bet he cooked it like a brick. Yeah. I bet he threw it away. Anyway, gin and tonic.
And I had Scotch pancakes for breakfast. That is all I've had. So I'm starving, I'm shaky. Plus I've got that restless leg syndrome still going on, which I can't get rid of.
What's restless leg syndrome?
I find, if I go to bed, right, my body's tired but my legs aren't.
Are you like Michael Flatley?
You have to get up and do a bit of tap dancing.
Do they just keep going even when you're asleep?
Keep moving about, so I have to get up and stretch them or something. Or I've worked out that if I put a pillar on, like, the bedpost down at the other end, if I have my legs higher than my heart, it calms it down a bit.
Is this why Suzanne works away so often?
I don't know, it's weird.
To get a decent night's sleep?
I put it down to Smarties and that, it's like a sugar thing. But,
stop eating them.
Apparently Bob Mortimer's got it, as well.
No, he's got arthritis.
Oh, has he?
You told me the week that you'd mastered, moonwalking.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
Is that one of the things you did, like, in the middle of the night?
It's moon sleepwalking.
Yeah.
He just gets out, he finds himself walking backwards and wakes up and goes, oh God, I'm brilliant at this.
Right, so listen, what we're doing now, we're getting a debate going about... Actually, right?
Go on. We're struggling, go on.
No.
You can help me out here, Carl, you've got an idea. I can see it in your eyes, he's got a brilliant idea. Wait for it, go on.
No. It's something, when I was looking on the web, found something out.
Go on.
It's a story about a woman who had a baby. What are
you talking about?
What?
A woman who had a baby who was having a baby.
It was no clearer when you repeated it.
No! Carl! I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do for the common good, right? Pursue this line of inquiry, right? Because I don't know where it's going, or play a record. I'm actually torn. I don't know what to do.
No, I remember seeing it and thinking, I've got to tell Ricky about that. It's brilliant.
What should we do? Should we go with it? I mean, it's like, it's entering into the abyss, it's opening Pandora's box, it's peeking, it's going down to the cellar.
I've got a couple of questions, though.
Go on, then.
Well, come down there with me.
Okay,
come down in the cellar with me.
Okay, right, Carl. What, first of all, it was on the web. What do you mean? The baby was what? Had another, was it, she didn't give birth, the doctor didn't find one of those set of Chinese dolls up her? Russian dolls, whatever they're called.
That's what I pictured it like, those dolls where you take the head off and there's another one in there that all look the same, but no, the story was, there's a woman who's...
No, don't just say it again, that's a headline. That's not a story. There was a woman who had a baby, That's not a story. Imagine handing that in as a thesis to loads of the BMA. There you go, and read that.
That's a children's rhyme.
Yeah, there was a woman who had a baby What do you mean? So she had a baby, right? Yeah.
And,
that bit's fine. We're okay with that.
That's normal. That's normal.
A woman had a child.
Yeah, totally normal.
She gave birth. Fine.
Yeah.
Next.
Well, I don't know that much more, apart from the fact that the baby's, like, roaming about, and then, 12 months later, she's like, oh...
Interesting, so the gestation period of that baby was actually 3 months more than an adult.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's weird, though, isn't it?
So, was the headline, my baby's 12 months pregnant? What are you talking about? 12 months later it had a... What are you talking about?
Forget it.
No, you haven't even finished the story. That what you said, and 12 months later, you didn't even finish the sentence. So what do you mean?
No, I didn't read any more into it, because I just saw that and I thought, that's weird, and then I just was thinking, oh, like, imagine the kid at school, at parents' evening.
Go on.
And it's like, well, your kid's pretty good, now let's have a look at your work, sort of thing. Don't you think that'd be weird?
But what? Did the child have a baby?
Yeah.
Of course it didn't! Play a record!
We shouldn't have gone down in the cellar. We should have just left the cellar door closed. I never learned. That's the Zombies and a song called Time of the Season. I've enjoyed that.
What do you think of Zombies, Carl?
It's alright, yeah.
No, not the group, but the Living Dead.
Don't worry about them.
No? Why?
Not about, are they? Couldn't happen.
You don't believe in that?
Listen, right?
You don't believe in zombies?
So,
but you do believe a baby had a baby?
Yeah.
On you go, on you go.
Are you still saying that didn't happen?
Yes.
Right, well, I'll find the thing again, I'll print it off, and then you'll read it.
All I'm saying is there's more information that we need.
Yeah, but it always annoys me that when I do get the information, you'll go, yeah, but it's named Sally, you didn't say that, and make out...
No.
As if...
No, don't make it look like we're over-inquisitive or over-cynical. You come out with the most abominable things man has ever uttered, and you expect us to accept them. Usually headlines, usually illogical, not just probably wrong. So, fleas are born pregnant.
Are they?
Interesting.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. See?
On we go.
So...
See, that's true, and you're not impressed, because it doesn't involve a little werewolf child. Or half man, half shark. You're just not, it's not good enough for you.
No, but if I read the first line of something, and it's not that interesting, I go, next, right, and I move on. Now, when I saw a woman had a baby, and it had a baby,
but you still didn't read on.
No, but, alright, I didn't read on, but it got me thinking. Like I said, you wonder about the parents' evening. I was thinking about, you know, is it a good thing? because you're going to spend more time with the kid. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of mums who have to go to work and that. She's going to be a great mum. Grew up with her, literally.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
She's going to be a
wondering,
great mum.
I just wonder if, I know it sounds weird, but if
Was it the you know the baby that woman had, was that a girl or a boy?
Well, it would have been a girl, wouldn't it?
Of course it would. It'd be mental, wouldn't it, if it wasn't?
Right.
It'd have been a weird story, wouldn't it?
So anyway, that reminded me, because we were talking about other amazing stuff that Ricky told me to find out about. Steve, are you aware of bonobos?
We mentioned them earlier. I'm not particularly familiar with bonobos.
Right.
It sounds like a cream cake.
No, they were a sort of a chimpanzee, but more advanced than the traditional chimpanzee. They live in one sort of particular area, and you know, it's the sort of closest animal to the missing link. They're very intelligent. They take on a lot of social aspects of human. They have sex for pleasure and no other.
Steve's looking annoyed.
He's done ya. Yeah, what did you find out about them?
Apparently, I found out it's 98% not human, this kind of thing. It's nearly human, but it's not.
We share 98% of DNA with it.
Yeah, 98%.
It's a higher percentage than you.
They have sex for pleasure.
They do look a bit like him, though. They've got a little round head, haven't they?
But,
and they sort of, they're much more upright than the, you know, they've got a more flexible.
I sort of get bored with animals that are like classed as being intelligent, right? So when you told me,
I get bored with them
because they're not doing enough. They're not playing Nintendo.
Do you know like that people always rave on about dolphins, saying, oh, they're really bright and that.
Yeah.
You know, I was having an argument with Suzanne about it, and she goes, oh yeah, dolphins are really intelligent. And I said, but what? What have they done? So she said, well, they use them in wars. They strap bombs to the back to go out to boats.
Yeah.
To then blow up the boats.
Yeah. They're trained. Yeah.
Well, that isn't that bright. If it was really bright, it'd go, I'm not doing that.
Well, no, they leave them. They don't blow themselves up. They, anyway.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, Carl. Yeah, look. It's, you know, Carl's got a theory that Chinese people don't age well. This man was a Chinaman, right? And he was 120 or something.
Yeah. Did you see a picture of him?
Yeah,
he's still alive.
No, he's not.
No,
he's
no,
dead.
is he not?
No,
He's
died
dead.
at 120. So
he said 120 or something, but makes you wonder.
What makes you wonder?
Well, because they don't age well. I think he's using that.
What
He's probably about 37.
Oh God! Honestly, we walk down the street, right, and we see an elderly Chinese person,
Yeah.
right, and kind of go, oh, I just think he is,
Yeah.
like it's not.
I don't understand this notion that Chinese people don't age well. I don't know where this is coming from.
No, I mean, I'm not having a go.
No,
right?
of course not.
I never want anyone to think I'm like having a go at them. But they are really good looking and they're healthy and that. Till they're about. I've never seen one, right? Can you
Scared now.
can you tell me if you've seen a Chinese person
No.
who's about 30?
What?
It's either 20 or 50. There's no middle ground.
This is what I came back for. This is 2 hours of absolute drivel from
sorry.
the brain of Karl Pilkington.
Let me just check something. So the Chinese gentleman who died recently was 130. Your theory is sure. Your theory is that he's maybe in his late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
This is an elaborate conspiracy on his part, because obviously whenever they talk about the oldest people in the world, it is always a Chinese person.
Yeah,
invariably.
they do. Yeah,
I mean, they seem to win that
Again.
every year.
Go on.
So your theory is that in those small backwater villages in China,
Ross McWhirter comes to a little
Yeah,
village.
they go, the
and
Guinness
he
guy's on the way.
goes, well, until recently, the oldest person in the world, how old are you? And they're so embarrassed, because they think they look about 120, they go, 120, they go, really? They go, yeah, can I have his birth certificate? No. In fact, I think this Chinese bloke it wasn't verified by the conspiracy because he didn't have his papers.
didn't have his papers, no.
So...
Is this the same one or a different fella
I think it
trying
might be
on?
the same guy, I'm not sure. Trying it on. So there's a huge conspiracy amongst these Chinese villages that every
when
time
you get to about 50, say you're 70. Because no one will believe us.
Well, if you can confirm or deny that, then please email in ricky.gervais@xfm.uk.
This is the Racist Joe on XFM 104.9. Call in if you're anything less than a little mank. Outcast, Hey Ya on XFM 104.9 with me, Ricky Gervais. You, Stephen Merchant, GQ Presenters of the Year.
Radio Personalities of the Year.
It's official.
We're the best radio personalities of the year.
we got that award sent to us, didn't we? And we did a little thing. But it was only our 2 names on it.
It had your name, Rick, definitely. I remember that. It had my name.
And your name.
Didn't see Karl Pilkington's name anyway.
No. And yet he's the one with the day off and the money and the conning the MD and making him cry at home.
Let me just remind. Can I just check that again? So he's made a fool out of the MD.
He's made a fool
and
out of
all
the
the
MD,
major, basically all the capital
this
shareholders.
Shit about, oh, I'm not sure if I'm coming back or not. I want a day off then, which is the same day off as his girlfriend gets off. So he's just like walking round, I don't know, Hyde Park, just feeding ducks when he should be working out what he can do instead of Rockbusters, which is basically Blockbusters with a word changed. Christ's sake. Right,
if that's annoyed you, I'll tell you what is really weighing me up.
Go on.
The last week or so, this postal strike. I tell you, Rick, I have got no sympathy for him. I'd be a scab. I'd be walking through there, and I'd be giving him the finger. I go, you can intimidate my family. I don't care. I don't care because the post has got to get through. Because I tell you what. It's not the fact that the unions, they could organise a strike. I'm behind that. It's fair enough. But not when it's these wildcats. They're just out there, they're just taking days off, willy-nilly, they're sealing out the post boxes, it's going crazy.
Maybe Carl could deliver a few records Monday.
Well, I know Carl must be livid, because his copies of The New Scientist and the Literary Review haven't turned up, so he's in a terrible way. And, I got important documents that are supposed to be coming to me, there's nothing, there's hiding a hair of it. And I was cooking last night, and it got me panicked, because I was thinking about if this just is going to spread now amongst other organisations and other groups. And do you know what?
Like a cancer.
It was partly because I was cooking. Yeah. But you know, I suddenly become terrified that they might go on strike.
Go on.
The guys in charge of the potatoes.
Oh,
anyone involved with potatoes.
I had so much mash
farmers.
last night. I had so much sausage mash, second helpings, that I had to sit on the edge of a seat so my stomach could hang down. I love spuds. Spuds and bread. I could not do without spuds and bread.
I feel like maybe I could make my own bread. Spuds, I wouldn't know where to start with a spud. Yeah. And it's like, they're amazing. You can boil them, you can broil them. Yeah. I don't know what broiling is, but I suspect it's tasty.
I don't think it's as good as, I mean, obviously the chipped potato is
for the working classes.
It was always on. The chip fat fire was always on in my household. The ceiling, the death trap fire, polystyrene ceiling was yellow.
Exactly.
Come Wednesday in our house. Yeah. And, always had chips.
Because all I remember hearing, if I think back to my childhood, all I remember was, gotta stop and get some potatoes, or phone your dad, tell him to get some potatoes.
Well, that was your job, wasn't it?
Yeah, potatoes. Yeah. I mean, it does concern me, because
what did you have to do? Did you have to fill a diary out for your teacher?
Do you know when you're at school, I don't know if you do the same thing, but you get like a little red book, right? And every night, I think it was a way of the teachers sort of keeping an eye on you. So if you went out robbing, if you wrote it in your diary, they'd go, what you're playing at.
Sure.
Right? So you'd have to write down what you did every night.
Yeah.
But I didn't get up to that much at that point.
Sure.
I used to just go on my errands. Yeah. And it was my job to, like...
I haven't had errand since the 70s.
I went to U-Phase, right, the little local supermarket. Yeah. And I got...
what's it called? Euthanasia? What? I did...
U-Phase.
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 Yeah.
H-U-G-H. U-Phase.
Oh, Hugh Phase, his name.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I just had to get like a bag of potatoes.
Of course you did, yeah.
And a loaf.
Staple.
So, I used to put that in my diary every day, and it got to a point when, like, even the teachers were like, just make something up.
Yeah.
Stop putting the same thing in.
Sure, start joyriding or something. Live!
I remember when Jane was little, she was at school, I think it was about 10 or something, they had to do a project over the week, and they were given a big list, like a list of 100 animals that they had to tick when they saw one that week. And the teacher knew she cheated because she ticked beaver. So she was trying to win and get a bit, but she knew, unless it was Susie Dibblethwaite's beaver.
I know
the school slut. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, but yeah. So
I'm just, as I say, it feels like the potato people have got me over a barrel. You know, I mean, they could hike the prices up. I still have to buy the potatoes. I got nothing else. I got to have that. You know, you got your fancy pastas for the upper classes, but for the working classes, it's chips or mash, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't worry. I don't think people who do potatoes are going to go on strike.
I don't think so.
Because we just go and pick them ourselves, don't we? Or grow them ourselves.
Sure.
What would be the most pointless strike? What would be the strike that we went so? Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you one strike that would go so. Those guys who do sketches in Covent Garden. Yeah, take me a picture, or they do a caricature of you.
The strike, imagine the strike! You go out and you go, well, I want one with a big nose and a big chin.
I want them using caricature of me and my sister.
Yeah. Oh dear.
But I need a sketch, I need a pencil drawing of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Looking like a monkey. I mean, how are we gonna get this? This is unbelievable. Yeah,
I'll tell you also, the strikes that have no effect.
What?
Those, people in nightclub toilets. Who just, you know, kind of there, and they got the The Lynx deodorant
Oh,
sprays.
no, quite controversial at the moment with the Tweedy case.
Oh, the Cheryl Tweedy case.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure, I got some thoughts on that actually.
Like what?
Or maybe we play a record. I'll share my thoughts on.
Well,
Tweedster.
Coming up, some Steve Merchant thoughts on the Cheryl Tweedy case. What's FM 104.9?
Some R.E.M. Rick?
What's the frequency, Kenneth? What's the frequency, Kenneth? I'll tell you, it's 104.9 XFM. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant, and Karl Pilkington. Karl, the user Pilkington.
Just takes.
Takes. Destroy the man. Go to you, Steve.
You should talk like that more. It's cool and sexy.
Thank you.
I make it clear now, I do not condone in any way, shape or form what Cheryl Tweedy did. But I have to say, they wind me up.
By they, you mean toilet attendants?
Yes.
Right,
yeah.
yeah,
Not
not-
Pop Idol winners.
That's what I thought you meant,
Yeah.
So, go on.
But, because I'll tell you what it is, you go into a club or pubs, or big friendly pubs, you go in there, and there's the toilet attendant in there. He's got his little display of aftershaves, sprays, some sweets maybe,
Blue Straw
whatever
House,
it might.
and maybe a
blue
lollipop.
Straw House, maybe a lollipop. And all right, I don't know if I assume they're not employed by the club. I'm assuming the club's got we've got the DJ, we've got the bar staff. Wait a minute, we need a guy to irritate them.
When the manager walks in, do they hide?
Well, this is it. I don't know if it's a guy who's just like.
Is it like busking?
Yeah, he snuck in.
Okay.
He came in when it was free during happy hour. He's got a little carrier bag. He snuck in the toilet. But the thing is, it's the fact that toilet attendants, fair enough. I mean, I'm happy if a toilet attendant sneaks in under cover of darkness, cleans it for me, and then shoots off. But it's when I have to see them there. I feel guilty because I've got to. It's like, maybe wash my hands, I'll forget he's there. He'll hand me a paper towel. Suddenly I got to tip him like a quid or something.
It annoys me because I wash my hands at all. I don't usually wash my hands. I sometimes don't even bother getting my knob out. I do it where I stand and change my trousers when I get home.
Exactly.
So it annoys me when I have to go through this charade of getting it out, slashing out of it, shaking it dry, and then washing my hands.
See, if he did any of those elements,
what,
I'd
shaking
tip him a quid, yeah.
Pop it out.
But not to hand me a paper towel and get it myself.
I thought we could play Room 101. Room 101, of course, is taken from George Orwell's 1984. Room of all your fears and terrors. So,
is there a copyright issue here? Can we just steal this idea?
Well, yeah. Well, let's play Room 102.
Clever.
This is the room next door to Room 101, which is worse, in my opinion. So, Karl, these are things that really annoy you.
Slugs was in there.
Slugs. So, then there's you have to put a case forward, and me and Steve decide whether slugs go in or whether they stay out, whether they've got a purpose.
It's just because I'm having a problem with slugs at the moment. There's a lot of slugs coming in the house.
Why?
Don't know. They can get where like water can't. You know what I mean? Because they're boneless, aren't they? So any little gap.
So's water boneless. There's not many bones in water.
No, that's what I said.
Why banish them all to Room 102, slugs? Because they're harmless, aren't they?
All I know is they're clogging up my piping. I had to go out and buy a plunger. I hadn't seen them since like comics when I was a kid. And I suddenly thought I need one of them things that I always saw in comics. I never thought I'd need one of them in my life. I've got slugs in my pipes. So I went out, £3 it was. I had no idea what the going rate is for a plunger. Gave it a bit of a plunge. And I think it was slugs. All bits of black stuff came up. I think it was slugs in there, broken up slugs.
Well, hang on. That could just be black gunk, couldn't it?
No, it looked very sluggish. Because remember, I've had a problem with them anyway. I'll go to the toilet or whatever, look round, there's a slug climbing up the wall out of the shower basin thing.
Are you sure it's a slug?
Yeah, definitely slugs. I have to keep chucking them out because I don't like killing anything.
No.
I didn't want to kill the slugs with slug pellets. I bought some copper ribbon.
Right, they don't like going over that,
They don't like that.
They get a little
shock
charge, yeah.
But now that should be a warning. But instead they're diverting. They've done a diversion. They've gone up the wall and across. Now it's like, that's a warning. That's like having a no trespassing sign.
Yeah.
And they're just going, bollocks to that. And they're getting in. And it's annoying me. And now you get to a point when you do say, well, if they carry on like this, I'll have to kill them because they're not... They're
not playing by the rules.
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the purpose is. They just sit there still. I don't see them doing anything. I was looking at one close up.
But what do you want to do? Be reading Rousseau. What do you want a slug to do?
In the same way you see a bee collecting pollen, good, it's doing its little work.
But
ants carrying big leaves or whatever. But slugs just sat in.
They're all doing the same thing. They're all doing the same thing. That slug is out. It's eating. It's finding food.
There's no food. There's no food in our kitchen for a slug, believe me. There's not enough there for me sometimes. But never mind a slug. There's nothing for it. Definitely not in the shower. What's he doing? So, I told you ages ago about how they cause more problems than good. They eat cabbage.
Right.
When they shouldn't be. They get in letterboxes and nick stamps.
They don't nick stamps.
They eat the stamps. They like the glue on it.
Right.
Is this a big problem, though? Is there an epidemic of slugs eating stamps?
But I think it is, and that's why they're so slow. I think they're sweating glue. Right? They're eating all them, and that's why they're sticking to stuff. Have you ever picked up a slug? Well sticky. They give off this glue. It's like all the glue they've eaten off stamps. They panic, and when they sweat glue.
Sweat! Think of a slug! What do you mean they sweat glue? You're making up nature.
It makes sense.
This is just a nonsense theory.
It's just what I've noticed on them.
Right, Rick, do you allow slugs in room 102?
Well, I think we should, if they're going to be gone forever, then we should put a case forward. They're amazing creatures.
What do they do for the world?
They're food.
It's not good enough, that. It's not good enough.
What do you mean? But that's the ultimate sacrifice. Surely them being food.
Just having problems with them at the moment. I've spent £3 on a plunger, and I don't like the idea that every time I get up in the night to go into the toilet or whatever, I've got to put the light on because I might have a bit of sluggage between my toes.
Sluggage? A little bit of sluggage between my toes.
Right, okay, so we need to move on. So you are not putting them in?
I'm not putting slugs in.
All right, slugs have not gone in, Carl, I'm afraid.
What's your next one?
Okay, number 2.
People who don't want to do what the brains would be better at doing.
Right, okay, no, I'll get around that sentence. Now, tell me again.
Brains that don't want to do what their owners are good at.
Ah, so now it's the brain's fault.
Can you just expand on that point, please, KP?
Do you know, like, people decide what they want to do,
Right.
don't they, for a living? Mm-hmm. But sometimes they're not good enough.
Right. You mean they have a dream and they can't fulfil it because they haven't got the skill or...
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're not good for anything.
No.
It's just that they haven't unlocked the thing that they're good at. They want to go at
Of course. But I mean, there's much bigger issues there that the poor working class people don't get the same opportunities. When you're worrying about whether you're going to live through the next few days, you don't start thinking, I wonder if I can play the cello.
Can I refer you back though, Rick? You made an interesting point there, but I fear that's not exactly what Carl was saying. I don't think that his point was quite that profound.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant.
Yeah, I don't know. There was something to do with the brain not allowing its owner.
Yeah, because that's the bit that annoys me. Fair enough if a brain hasn't decided what it wants to do, because you.
What is this?
Let him finish.
God, this
thing
about the brain.
Shut up.
Because it hasn't found its destiny type thing.
A brain
but
hasn't found its destiny.
When someone is good at something and they know the brain is good at something, but then they don't want to do it and they want to go off and do something else. Now they say in this country the problem is we haven't got enough tradesmen.
Right.
We don't have enough plumbers.
Right.
There's enough plumbers' brains.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Shut up.
What are you talking about?
Shut up. Let him please finish.
Because
This is like beds and pillows
brains have not changed over the years. The brain is exactly the same. But it's the owner of the brain that's in charge. The brain could be going, I want to go for a walk. But if your body's too lazy to get up and go and see the stuff, the brain isn't going to get what it wants.
It doesn't make sense, Carl.
All right,
you are your
this.
brain.
All right, let's go to the extreme. People with no legs who want to be swimmers. Don't be stupid.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
I'm so annoyed. Is this a big problem?
It's madness, isn't it? It's mad that the brain wants to do that so much. The brain's in the wrong body almost. Yeah. Are you with me?
No.
A plumber who can plumb is annoying when he jacks it in as a living because there's other brains who can't do plumbing. They don't get their head round it.
This means I don't know what you're putting in room 102 because you're saying it's like this brain's wandering around looking for a body and it goes, oh, I'll choose that body. Hang on, this body doesn't even want to do some plumbing.
It's a matter of taste. It's just a matter of taste.
I'm not putting the brain in. It's just people. If I had a really good skill, I'd hope that I'd use it.
So people who don't fulfil their own potential. Is that a better point?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Who am I talking to now, Carl or his brain?
We're both listening.
Well, I will put in people who don't fulfil their full potential. Slugs are safe. What's your next thing to try and get in room 102?
is a tricky one, this.
Go on.
It's people who think that humans are special. Do you know what I mean?
But you think that.
No, I don't. I don't think humans are special. I think some of us are. Look at it like this. You see, we think we're important because we just do. Well, I don't, but some do. And they're the ones I want to get rid of.
Another argument with himself.
Now, we think we're special. There might be something else going on that's more important. We're in this universe, aren't we?
Yeah.
They're trying to make a new universe.
What do you mean?
There's a machine somewhere.
What?
A big bang. They're making a big bang again.
Right, well you've got that completely wrong, but sure. They're not trying to create a new world. They're trying to recreate the conditions that happened at the beginning of the Big Bang.
All right, so the world
completely
came
different.
But the world came from the Big Bang.
If they're trying to recreate the conditions so they can test and they can experiment to see the conditions before.
So why are they doing that? Who's allowed that? This is what annoys me. It's because humans think they're special. Oh, who made the Big Bang? Oh, I'd like my name on that. I want to claim it. Why do people always want to better someone else? It's happened. Let them have it.
Okay, right, okay, Carl, you're in charge of the world now. You are this, you're all-powerful. You're like a god, okay? You can do anything. You call all the scientists, and they go, what do you want of us? Oh, orange-headed one. What the fuck do you want of us? Right? What do you want them to do? Go. What do you say?
Well, I want to come in and... How long have they been working on the Big Bang idea?
Forget it. You've got every scientist...
No, but I don't just want to come in and poo-poo that, because they're going to...
Poo-poo?
They've done a lot of research on it.
Hold on, you wanted to stop a minute ago?
Yeah, I know, but you don't just come in, guns are blazing. I'd say, hello,
you can
everyone.
do anything you want. Oh, go on then.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Carl, leader.
Right, listen, this Big Bang thing you've been doing...
Yeah, well, that's just only a few of us. That's like less than 1,000,000% of us. We're all here.
Yeah.
I've dropped AIDS research. I've dropped cancer research.
Right, well, why have you dropped that? Who's told you to do that?
Well, no, we knocked off. They said you wanted to tell us something. We're all here. Every scientist in the world
Well,
is
listen,
here.
what research are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm looking at what happens if you give Feminax to an owl.
What happens?
Well, I'm halfway through it. I got called away.
Look, I'm really busy. What do you want me to work on?
Who said they're doing cancer?
Hey.
Go back to work.
Cheers.
Right.
Okay, the rest of us doing stuff that you think we're fanning around with, what would you want us to do?
Well, I can't do it all today.
What about me? I was doing AIDS.
Hang on a minute.
I was doing AIDS.
You just wait a minute.
Right, okay, why does cancer get to go back? Are you saying that cancer's a bigger problem than AIDS?
You go back to work.
So AIDS go back. I'm doing restless legs.
Right, can everybody but the Big Bang people leave?
This is Carl in the classic The Shining.
And what's the question?
Well, we might ask that afterwards.
Okay, then. Still trying to write the book, then? No?
Yes.
Good. Funny, someone told me the other day, weird thing about a typewriter. The top row of letters, the longest word you can write is typewriter. I'll just show you. That's weird, isn't it? It's just the typewriter being. You're not in the mood. You're in one of those grouchy moods again. That you get into when you're writing.
I'm not being grouchy. I just want to finish my work.
Yeah, it's just being a bit funny, a bit offhand and that.
Let me explain something to you.
Go on.
Whenever you come in here and interrupt me, you're breaking my concentration. You're distracting me. And it will then take me time to get back to where I was. Understand?
Yeah, but I just was coming in to try and cheer you up. You know, if you... I mean, I'm full of ideas as well. You know, if you're having a problem coming up with stuff, got loads of stuff, loads of ideas you could write about. The other day I read about this airy Chinese kid.
What do you want me to do about it?
No, it's just that it could make a good book. Do you know what I mean? Sort of follow him round.
That's swell.
Well, I'd buy it. You know. But if you don't want to know, don't bother doing it. But, do you know what I mean? area Chinese kid. It's weird because they're not normally that area over there. Yeah, this kid caked in it. But if you don't care...
I wouldn't touch one hair on his goddamn little head.
You won't have to touch any hair on his head. Like I say, he's covered. Leave the head alone if you want. Touch his hands. He's totally covered in it. But
I love the little son of a bitch.
Well, don't go that far. You haven't met him. But I can sort it out.
I'd do anything for him.
I don't think you'd expect that much. Just take him to the barbers 3 or 4 times a week. You know, he's a good little kid. In fact, I'll do it. I think I'll write a book on him. Yeah?
Now, do you think you can handle that?
Yeah.
You're not too busy, are you?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty busy. I've got to sort out some monkey facts for the show this Saturday, but I reckon I can still...
Why don't you start right now and get out of here?
All right. I will. If you're going to be like that. Couldn't borrow a pen, could I? See you later.
There you
Haunting.
go. Haunting stuff there. Karl Pilkington in The Shining.
You know, in the film, Jack Nicholson goes crazy because the suggestion is he's maybe possessed by demons that maybe are in the hotel. But you know, if I was stranded in a desolate hotel, removed from all human contact with Karl, I'd go mental with an axe without being possessed by demons. That's more chilling to me, trying to get some work done and you keep wandering in.
I'm trying to get Karl to spend a couple of days in the caravan with me. Just for the hell of it. And he won't. I've offered him money, won't I? I think it'd be a great laugh, wouldn't it, Karl?
Oh, yeah, great.
That would be terrifying.
No, I want to film it. I just want to film it. Like a little video diary. There's Karl there, he's just waking up.
Well,
if I was stranded in that would be like being... I may as well be with Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees. That's more scary.
The thing
the two of
is,
you.
Ricky doesn't mess you about as much as he messes me about.
No, you see, you've given him an inch. You've given him an inch and he's taken a yard.
12:30 got in today. In 30 minutes between 12:30 and 1. The old bin lid on the head. He wanted to do that again.
Yep.
Squeezing my head, think he had a go at. And karate chop on the back of the neck.
Yeah.
All in 30 minutes. Yeah. Who else can say that?
Who else can say that? Who else can say... What do you mean?
Anyway, have we got a question then?
Yeah, to win a copy of... I'm so embarrassed to say it. The Shining
on VHS
is worth $5.99 and it will have already been watched by Karl Pilkington, probably not even rewound.
Yeah,
to win that.
And a little bit of tripe and cow eels where it just slipped into his dinner. A barm cake outside.
As he was reading the back of the box trying to figure out what was going on.
The ingredients.
What about this, right? Here's a question.
I've got a question.
No, go on. No, I want to hear Karl's first.
Okay.
No, it's about the film. Because when I was whizzing through it, I saw something and thought, oh, that's good. The kid who's in it, he was writing something on the back of a door with lipstick. What was it?
Well, that's a tricky question. I can't remember.
Nor can I.
Alright.
So the kid in it was writing something on the back of the door.
Is that going to be too hard for anyone?
Let's see if... I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody...
Right, the phones are going, so it might be.
Yeah, but this is email, isn't it?
Alright, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. What was being scrawled on the back of a door by the little kid in The Shining? Be honest, if you know that, it means you've probably already got it and you've watched it about 8 times.
Yeah.
Fair enough, though.
Alright.
Bob Dylan. Oh. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go on XFM. Sorry, they're arguing. Steve and Karl
but he just goes, you've got to keep it slick.
You know, can I just tell him what you're arguing about? Think of this, right? This is the argument. They're arguing whose fault it is why this show is rubbish. Think of that!
What? That's a perfect... I think that's a valid criticism. At least we're discussing it. You're just accepting that that's the case. You're not even trying to change it. We're ashamed of it.
Yeah.
We have to go out there.
I should be, but I quite like it.
In fact, I remember when we went out about 2 weeks ago and said we've got to, you know, make it tighter and that, make it good. Went out for something to eat. You were happy sat at the table talking about squids and having to, you know, go off with one if you wanted to have a kid. I brought up the topic, right, what we're going to do about the show. Suddenly you've got to go. It's like, oh, I think I've made plans. So me and Steve sat there coming up with stuff.
See, I do that. I do acknowledge, quite shamefully, that this is more enjoyable for me to do than for you to listen to. But it's like 2 hours sort of playtime for me. It's like, you know, the study period when you're meant to read a book, but you actually can't afford to run around and draw pictures. I think like this, even though I'm getting paid for this and I'm meant to be working, it's nice. It's cool, isn't it? Not for the listener. But for me.
But the problem is, the only way we can improve this show, Carl, to be honest, the only way we can make this good is if the three of us resign.
Yeah.
And they replace it with someone else.
Yeah, but Carl, you're getting flustered and you're getting stressed because you're, you know, I don't know what I was saying. Answer the phones. You were letting them ring. You're still letting it ring. You're still letting people phone. You go, oh look, leave that. And people have phoned in, good enough to phone in to ask for something for free. I think you should at least answer the phone and say it's not worth it. The prizes are rubbish.
Well, whilst I'm doing all the other stuff, maybe you can do that.
No way.
Right then.
But
No
to be fair,
way.
Rick, I'm not accusing you of being lazy.
No.
But you're sat on a chair and yet you're almost vertical. I don't know how you've done it. It's like you're almost asleep, but you're sat on an upright chair. I don't know how you've angled yourself in
I'm
that
gonna
way.
have a bad back when I'm, in old age. I'm just gonna be bent double.
Right, so come on now.
What?
Pretend we're starting now.
Okay.
We've just started the show
Yeah,
now.
it's 2 o'clock. It's
Right.
XFM. It's the Ricky Gervais show with Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, or our show. It's our show. From now on, I'm at least cutting up the blame as well. XFM 104.9. What do you want to know? Funny thing happened to me on the way here.
Okay.
Actually, it was about Wednesday or Thursday. I was walking along Charing Cross Road. I was on my way here actually to meet Karl for a drink, and this little fella came up to me. I think it was an overseas student. He's sort of like a student type, but he had an accent, and he came up to me and went, "Excuse me, are you one from the office?" And I went, yeah. He went, would you sign a script book of the office for me? I went, yep, by all means, yeah. He went, can you come to the bookshop? And I went, what, you haven't got it on you? He went, no, but if you come, I will buy one for you to sign. And I went, I can't really. He went, were you gonna pass one? I went, I'm not, no, I can't. He went, and he went like, he went, oh, I was just in Waterstones earlier and I didn't go. And I went, oh, sorry. He went, you could just, I went, I can't. He went, okay. I went, I'll sign something else. Have you got something else I can sign? He went, of course. And I signed a pamphlet or a brochure or something for him. But I love the idea. Imagine me going with him and queuing up, and I'm in the queue. He's going, you're going, yeah, fine. Can you just hurry up? And he gets there, and his switch doesn't work, and he goes, can you lend me £10?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine that.
I'm a little bit annoyed you didn't go with him, frankly, because that would have been a sale of our book, and I get a little cut from that.
Well, behind him was Salman Rushdie. Going, can we hurry up? Because I shouldn't be out.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of funny looks. And, I really, you know, I don't feel comfortable.
But I thought it was very odd the other day, was we were walking along, and Ricky often gets bothered for an autograph, and, some Japanese people who I think were tourists, they appeared from behind the corner, and I thought, this is odd, you know, they seemed like tourists, but they're obviously gonna ask for an autograph. And they just handed him a camera and said, excuse me, would you take a photo of us?
And
they didn't recognise him, they didn't recognise him.
I was laughing, I was thinking, right, oh.
So now
dear.
Ricky stood in the street, people are recognising him as he's taking a photo of three complete Japanese strangers, and I imagine them getting home and sort of saying, and here's the one we had taken by Ricky Gervais. Taken with Ricky Gervais? No, taken by Ricky Gervais.
From the office. Isn't that brilliant? Would you come to the bookshop with me?
The life of a minor celebrity.
Not really.